Alright, surprise, hello, it's me, the boy. So it might have been, I don't know, like a year and a half, maybe. Coming up on 2 years almost that I haven't uploaded on this channel. So yeah, so basically, I felt like I
Was it just me,
owed
or did you guys hear a voice?
a decent amount of people an explanation. To some people, I'm just some guy that you met through a streamer, or I'm just some guy you met on the Call of Duty forums back in the really the golden era of zombies. I feel. Um, to some people, uh, I'm a friend of a friend on here. There's a lot of internet friends that I have though that um I feel like they just don't know what's going on with me. Essentially, what has been going on in the time since I've uploaded. The last time I uploaded, I believe I was just starting my first relationship and I was preparing to move into my first apartment. Which, surprise, that's where I am now. Been there, been here for over a year. I love it. It's great. I've also gone through 4 jobs since then. Basically, the moral of the story is I've been gone because I've been figuring out how to be an adult, how to deal with being in a relationship, because like I said, was my first one. It ended. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna move past that. Everything's good. Um, we're still best of friends. Like I dealt with being fired from a job for the first time, which the situation was pretty, like, it was beyond my control. And then just dealing with learning how to properly manage my finances and like live in an apartment on my own. Granted, I'm not on my own. I have several roommates. I say several. I have three. Uh, but that's again besides the point. It's you gotta learn paying bills on time, saving money, uh, grocery shopping, doing my own laundry at a laundromat because we don't have a washer and dryer here. So just a lot of stuff just kept piling up on my plate, and it got overwhelming. It really, yeah, it did. It got overwhelming, just like those zombies on round 3. And that's how you know I haven't played this in a while. Is when I die on I go down on round 3. So you know me. Only the highest quality content for my subscribers. I strive for consistency. Uh, so basically, um, I I've been depressed. Just bottom line, that's what's been happening. Is I've been depressed, and for a while, I was just kind of wallowing in it. I was letting it fester within me, and I was letting it get to me, and I was becoming the worst version of myself. And it really um, took something really painful to kind of come along and kind of put me in my place, you know? To kind of just slap me in the face and being like, stop overreacting. It's not the end of the world. You're gonna get through this. And honestly, I don't know if I would have made all of those realizations if it had not been for my friends, my family, and even my coworkers. Like right now, even though I work in fast food currently, temporarily, um, it's consistent, it's flexible, and I have a lot of coworkers that I actually care about and that actually somewhat give a shit about me. So it's helpful to have that. I just have a lot of really good support systems, and I feel like a support system that I have failed to utilize is my internet friends. Um, I know I'm posting stuff constantly, and like sometimes I'll interact with some of my friends on the internet, but that's mainly who this video is for all the people that I've made friends with, or whether or not half of the people I'm even thinking of consider me friends or acquaintances, or just a person that they follow or something like that. I consider most of the people I have in mind as friends, whether it be God, what the it goes to show how good a friend I am. I don't know what the fuck the group is called, the ANS, All Nighter Squad something. Bailey, Dave, the others. I'm sorry. Who else was there? I've such a terrible memory, and I'm so sorry, guys. But I mostly remember Bailey and Dave, who I met through a streamer. I'm gonna say who, because that person ended up being a very toxic individual, and so that's a little regrettable, but I got good friends out of it, so there's those friends. I feel bad about not talking to any of my friends that I met through Play the Game, whether it be on the forums or through being on the channel for the 3 or 4 uploads that I did there. People like Isaac, Sal, Hybrid, Eric, all of you guys. Jason, I believe I also. Yeah, that sounds right. Joey, my brother. I'm so sorry that I haven't reached out in a while. Just all of you guys. And I know in there I mentioned Isaac, so along with Isaac I have to mention Sarah, which, granted, completely unrelated at the moment, but I feel I feel bad that I haven't been able to reach out and talk to you either, despite the fact that I've been talking to Danny, and we have that Discord chat that I barely pop my head into, which I barely pop into any Discords, so it's really not a matter of just you guys specifically. Ask the All Nighter Squad, not active on Discord. So, and just like even the people that like I've never really even had full-on conversations with, but just people that I've like. Okay, that guy came out of nowhere. Just people that like frequently interact with me on social media, whether it be like liking my posts, like commenting occasionally. Oh god. So like I said, Jason, on Twitter. I appreciate you always like liking my shit, cause like that's the thing, is it's like it doesn't take a lot of effort to like someone's post, but like I don't know, I like attention in any form. So Jason, who else is always liking my stuff? I feel like Sal, you like a decent amount of my stuff. I'm talking to you people as if like I know for a fact that everyone's gonna watch this. This is probably gonna get like 4 views. Alt Avenged Twitch, I believe, is a recent one that's been interacting a lot. I appreciate literally anyone who's ever taken the time out of their day to like just interact with me in any form on social media, because it's a really good and healthy distraction for me from a lot of the things that go on in my life. and I appreciate that, like, more than I feel like I can put into words while I'm playing the video game. Essentially, this is half apology video, half update video. Well, it's not half anything, because it's a lot of things. It's also part explanation video. Well, I guess that kind of goes hand in hand with being an update video. I don't know. It's just me saying a lot of words and expressing a lot of feelings, which are both things that I do frequently. So I feel like I can't even say I'm gonna promise to try to make more content, because I feel like I say that every time I come back. Fuck. I can't even keep my promises to myself that I'm gonna, like, play more video games and do more stuff for me, because this is the first time I'm sitting down and playing anything on my PC in, I don't even know how long. I barely touch my PC in terms of gaming, and that sucks, because this is just over $1,000 on this PC, which probably can't tell because this footage, I can't, like, the frame rate's a bit jittery. I say a bit jittery, but I feel like I'm more tolerant of jittery frame rates than most people, so this is probably really obnoxious to a lot of people. But I want to upload more, and I want to be able to play games more and stuff. But that's what it all boils down to, is that life is life, and a lot of things are gonna stop you from getting what you think you want a lot of the times. And sometimes something's just gonna come in, put its foot down, and be like, nah, you're gonna have to figure out something else, bud. And so you just gotta find a way around, you know? You gotta find out what coping mechanisms are best for you. I recently went on vacation to Florida. That was fun. Spent pretty much about a week down there, and just spending time with my family. I brought my Switch down there with me. I really only played, like, maybe like a couple matches of Smash Bros, and then a decent amount of Tetris 99. But other than that, I barely touched the thing. I also have been reading a amazing book called House of Leaves. Perhaps you've heard of it. It is a very good book. I don't remember how far I'm into it. I believe I'm halfway into it. Haven't touched the book since I got back from vacation, but I'm gonna try to do that, because, you know, like, reading something that I don't get to do a lot. It's a pretty big time commitment, at least with, like, a decent amount of video games. It's not a huge time commitment. There's a lot of games you can play and just hop in, play a little bit, then you're done. Like Tetris, you don't need to set, like, hours aside for Tetris. If you're, like, sometimes I'll get really into it and I will play Tetris for hours, but like, there's nothing that's gonna stop me from, like if I'm playing Tetris, I gotta go to work. It's not like a huge deal that I have to fucking, like, turn off Tetris.
As I'm editing this, I don't know if this is gonna be the only insert or not, but I realize that, like, I make a point here about, like, how books are a big, like, time commitment, and then, like, video games aren't. And, like, I'm listening to myself fucking ramble, and I'm like, you could just fucking put a bookmark in it. But I think what I was planning on saying, but didn't get around to saying because I got distracted easily at some point probably, is that it draws you in, this book, this book that I'm reading, and it's really, it's something I want to, like I'm actively putting this, like, I'm forcing myself to like, commit a lot of time to it, and I don't want to like have short bursts of reading it. So I'm making it sound like I need to do that. I don't need to do that. It's mostly just like I want to put that much time into reading it, but
like it's just not as big of a time commitment. And so like, where was I going? I was going with coping mechanisms. Yes, just watching different shows, different YouTube channels and stuff is always good. Sometimes distraction's not always the best though. Sometimes distractions can kind of make you forget about a problem that's going on in your life. And then so since you're not thinking about this problem that's going on in your life, you're not learning to cope with it. You're just kind of pushing it to the side, and therefore it's just kind of like, oh, well, I'll deal with this another time and not think about it right now. And that's sometimes not the best, you know. Sometimes you gotta actually sit down and you gotta think about it. And I know it's not an option for everyone, and for the longest time it wasn't an option for me, because I've definitely been through times in my life where I didn't have friends, and there's just issues that I couldn't talk to my family about. And I don't want to get into that because that was a really dark time around high school, I believe. But there was issues where I didn't have friends, and it was an issue that I couldn't talk to family about. But so I know it's not always an option, but talking to people and trying to figure things out and like understand what you're going through and really kind of like figure out how you're gonna deal with it is a big part of working through or any sort of situation, really. I completely lost my train of thought as I'm training these zombies. Haha. I'm very clever. That's not changed. So you can rest easy knowing that I still am the comedy genius that I've always been. What the fuck was I saying? At the end of the day, if you have friends you can talk to, whether they're online or in person, or family, anyone you can talk to that is close enough to you to understand you and is willing to help you work things out. Talking to people is one of the best things you can do. And if you can't, I found that just go outside and walk around. And so just walking outside, especially on a nice day, or even just like sit on the porch, watch the rain fall, watch the fucking, I don't know, just be outdoors and like kind of isolate yourself. Don't be on your phone constantly. Don't be like constantly worrying about things. Just kind of like just go outside, dude. Like be with yourself, I guess is a good way to put that. Because when you're outside, you're like on your own and you're just with yourself and your thoughts. It's a lot easier to sort through them. I've been out of the house more than ever recently because my room's very cluttered. I want to there's part of me deep down that really wants to convince myself that it's not a mess. It's a little messy. It's a little messy. But even if it was clean, I have a lot of things. I own a lot of things. I buy a lot of things, and that's a coping mechanism that I'm trying to cut down on. But I do love my things. For instance, it was cheap, but it's like it's not something I need. I didn't really need the promotional VHS for Banjo-Kazooie. But also, who doesn't want a solid, like, what is it, like, a solid 5 minutes of John Lovitz telling you how good Banjo-Kazooie is? I think we all really need that in our lives, don't you think? I thought so. I didn't even know John Lovitz did the voiceover for this. That was, what, like, $7 on eBay? Oh, this is not a pretty picture. Okay, we living, boys, we living. We living, boys, we living. Oh, okay, we living, boys. And girls. We out here. And anything in between. I am here for you. Oh yeah, buying things. I have a lot of things, and my room's cluttered. That's where I was going with this. Okay, yeah. So, and so it's kind of hard to think and breathe when you're constantly surrounded by all the things that like are in my room, you know? Like, I've got mountains of figures and plushes and comics and games and movies. I've literally in front of me you can't see it, it's under the desk that my phone's sitting on. But it's a big storage bin that is overflowing with VHSs. That's where I pulled the Banjo-Kazooie promotional tape from. Because I like collecting VHS tapes. I don't know, it's nostalgic for me, and I prefer them over DVDs because they're sturdier. They're not gonna, like, you can't scratch a VHS. Well, you can scratch a VHS, but that's the beauty of it, is that it'll still play. Granted, you can ruin the tape, but it's a lot harder to ruin the tape on a VHS than it is to scratch a DVD. I do have a couple DVDs. I've got, like, Corpse Bride, Into the Spider-Verse, the new Broly movie. Fantastic movies. All fantastic movies. Watch a good fucking movie. Just, even if you're not depressed, even if you're having a good old time, watch a fucking movie, dude. Even if it's one you've seen before. Even if it's one that, like, you've seen a million times. Like, what's a movie? A movie I can watch over and over for the rest of my life and never get sick of it. Probably Grease is one that comes to mind. Could never get sick of that movie, ever. What's another one? I'm trying to look around me for like inspiration, but all I'm seeing is that Grease. It's like a mirror. It's like one of those mirrors that has like a print on it. So it's like, it's hard to explain, but I have one of those for Grease. I have 2 copies of the VHS. One's the collector's edition, and I have a copy of Grease 2, which I still haven't seen Grease 2. I need to see Grease 2. A friend said that it's really good, and I have yet to actually watch it. Watch a good movie. Watch a good show. What are some good shows I can recommend? In anime, I believe I'm currently in the middle of season 2 or 3 of My Hero Academia. I just remember that they just got to that, like, what is it, like a summer camp or something? My little sister's into it. She's like, what is she, 8, 9? Fuck, I feel so bad. I'm a terrible brother. Can't remember my sister's ages. But yeah, My Hero Academia, on Netflix, The Office is always a good one. Cheers me up. Really funny. It's a funny show, and I feel stupid for waiting so long to watch it, because I'm only, I'm on season 4 now. Lucifer is funny. Can be a little kind of cringe sometimes with how Lucifer acts, but it's like, if you can put up with how, like, cheesy he can be sometimes, it's funny. Pretty much only started watching that because a friend recommended it to me. But I'm not regretting it. It's fun. What else? Sabrina. Ooh, Sabrina. I still need to watch the new season, because I think I've only seen like one episode of that so far of the new season. If you haven't seen Stranger Things, what are you doing? Really? But so yeah, watch good movies, watch good shows, play games, dude. Even if it's like I've been saying, even if it's something you've watched or played a million times, like if it makes you happy, fucking play it. That's why I'm playing Ascension, is because wow, I feel like a piece of shit, because that's literally what I was gonna say when I was talking about friends that I haven't talked to in a while. Is that me and my good friend, you probably know him as Divine Hime, Divine Warlover. I know him as Mac, but he and I used to play this map all the time, and we would just talk about our troubles. It's easy, it's fun, and that's all that matters. Mac, Divine, I'll stick to calling you Mac. If you're watching this, I feel bad for not talking to you as much, and I hope we can talk more. And to all the people that I'm apologizing to not talking to, I am genuinely sorry, but I am also very much like an antisocial person. Like, it takes a lot of energy out of me to interact with people sometimes, and so sometimes I really just can't. I just don't have the energy for it, you know? You just kind of gotta isolate yourself sometimes to recharge. And a lot of the times, that's unfortunately why I end up not talking to people for a while. It's because just other things come up and chew out my energy, and I just end up not getting to talk to some people over others. And I really want to try to, like, I guess, ration out the energy that I'm spending on talking to people better, you know? Like, I don't know, it's being human is hard. Being an adult specifically is hard. But you know, it's like, what can you do? You do your best, and that's what I've been doing. And granted, your best isn't always good enough, but I don't know, fuck it, you know, you can't do more than your best. You can learn, and you can try to change what your best is, but at the end of the day, if you're giving it your all and shit's still not working, you gotta be able to accept that. And you just keep pushing through, and that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been trying to do, and that's what everyone's been helping me do.
No, this isn't as much fun when we don't have bullets.
I know that I always used to put up all those videos with the merry band of assholes, and don't let the name fool you. None of those people are really assholes, except Will. Will's an asshole. Fuck you, Will. No. But Mac, Zach, Nick, all of them, they've been helping me a lot recently. And I know I said earlier that I referred to Divine as Mac, but I'm talking about Grim Mac, the other Mac. Divine I haven't talked to in a while, but Grim Mac, him I've been talking to. And I hope my voice isn't too low. I hope it's getting, like, picked up, because that would really suck, because the whole point of this video is the talking. You're definitely not here for this gameplay. This is mediocre gameplay at best. Okay. So, I guess that's really... I'm trying to think, because I'm sure I'm forgetting something, and I'm going to look back and I'm going to be watching this and I'm going to be like, why the fuck didn't I say this? Or why didn't I say that? Or why did I stop talking about this randomly to just talk about something else that's completely unrelated? But... at the end of the day, I think I just wanted to make this not only to apologize to the people that I wish I reached out to more, but also to explain my situation, and almost kind of for like personal reasons, you know, like for like this is a form of therapy, I guess, for me, is to just kind of talk. And like I know it's like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but it's kind of like, I'll get off your fucking high horse. You think you're gonna just like say some like vaguely motivational things, and you feel good about yourself, like fuck you. But like I don't know, I see stupid shit all the time, like whether it's like a wholesome meme or like someone just sends me a text that's like, hey, you know, like hang in there, we care about you, keep on keeping on. And it's like just the tiniest little things. Some random person completely unrelated to your life can just pop up and say something small, and it can make that big of a difference. And so I guess I'm hoping maybe someone sees this and maybe this does that for them, but I also don't have that big of a reach, especially not on YouTube. So I guess this is mainly for the 3 or 4 people that are going to watch this video that know me, and they're going to be like, oh, that's what's been going on with him. Okay, glad to see he's not like dead or something. Which, surprise, I've actually been a lizard person. The real Steven like died back in like 2017. 16 years ago. He died years ago, and I am wearing his skin. And I am a lizard person. And that's... This is a dumb fucking joke. What the fuck am I doing? I'm running into a wall. This is boring. This is boring gameplay. This is boring talking. Like, why the fuck would anyone watch this? What am I thinking, you know? I tried to put aside time to read It. My mom is a huge Stephen King fan. Huh, funny, isn't that? Yeah. Actually, part of the reason I was named Stephen, part of the reason is because of Stephen King. But my mom and my dad both agreed that Stephen with a PH. So they went with a V, but partial inspiration. I'm trying to enjoy all the things I want to enjoy. I'm trying to do all the things that make me happy, you know. I'm sure if you do follow me on Twitter or Instagram, which I'm more active on there obviously than on YouTube. So if you give any sort of shit, that's probably where you want to be. If you follow me on either of those, I'm sure you've seen that Smash Bros challenge I'm doing with where I draw like 2 characters I'd like to see in Smash Bros from each franchise out of this list. And I'm working on that. I'm trying really hard. But I have to be in a very specific mindset to draw, and that sucks. Because I already don't have a lot of free time, and so that free time lining up with that mood that I have to be in is very rare. Trying not to die. I'm so sorry that this gameplay is so boring. It's about to get even more boring if I died. But it's like, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing, you know, like, in terms of being creative and stuff. Like, I'm just figuring it all out, because it's like, I do like drawing, but I also like, I like the idea of voice acting. I've never tried it, but I like doing silly voices, and so that I feel like that would be something I would like to get into. Same with singing. I don't think I'm very good, but I enjoy doing it, and it's therapeutic, so I enjoy singing. But there's all these things that I want to do and so little time to do them, and so it's just 43 minutes. Wait, does that really say 43 minutes? Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh god, this is terrible. Oh, this is a terrible, no good, very bad video. It took me 43 minutes to get to round 16. What am I doing? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of my friends that I owe apologies, and it would be a shame for me to have recorded this and for them to not hear it. And to anyone that I didn't mention specifically, it's not anything personal. It's literally just that I have a shit memory. I can't remember half the things I even said in this video, and this is 45 minutes. Fucking Christ. I hope I helped someone, maybe, by making this, and I hope, even if that person's just myself, even if this just helps myself, that's a little selfish, but as long as this wasn't for, like, no reason. I mean, I can't really say I had fun playing the game. It was mind-numbing, distracting kind of fun, which is kind of what I was going for, because I didn't want to play something that was gonna really kind of absorb my attention so that I couldn't think. But so yeah, let me just, from me and my vinyl copy of Billy Joel's The Stranger, I just want to wish you all a good day or night.